Well, I'm back in action. So continue with the learning of HTMX. The progress just now was until like sort of can understand what it means by like getting a data, getting a HTML data and replacing with or swapping with the target places that we want to. I just want to continue like finish up what's with the whole flow of CRUD. Yeah, so now I can cancel the data like seamlessly, but I cannot do anything when posting the data. So the cancel has already done. Now it's on implementing the post request of updating a user slash user that will impact in the user's the user's ID is I think is on the entire list, so it will definitely update the entire list with the latest data, where I'll change the indicator of processing when it is being loaded, which is used by all around the places, I guess, like on whenever any data is processing. And then this input data is where we add in the input with this tag and pass it as part of data that can be consumed by our API. So we are going to implement the slash users post API, which is from here. It's a post request of slash users, and then I'm going to then add in the data, which I want to see if I can I can append the users with a new user with a name of the name, that one, which I think I just put in a random data first. Medlist users, but it will update it will render the entire list instead of just users. Right? Come back and edit anything. Yep. It now add in the fixed data. So now I'm going to look at how it gets the data. So probably it's somewhere inside the context, the fiber context, but I need to verify where is it located at. So I'm just adding that c dot, don't know about that, like body, or maybe I can refer to the routes.go and see how it brings us, like the add in data one, which is here, the post request save add. So it's called pass form, so it's part of the form, I would say. And then I can say .form.get a certain data. Probably I have a similar tool with a key of just now was the name, is it? Just now was data include, the name is name. So here I cannot print. Why am I writing a print? So it's going to be the form value that I'm adding in. Okay. Yep. So I'm successfully add in new data now. I can also cancel it to go back to the main page without having to refresh my website. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is edit. Right. So clicking on the data, suppose it's allow me to do the editing, but I need to see what is there in the row. Right, so there is an edit button and also a delete button inside the row.html, meaning that I can also add in here between the li. Probably I wrap it with a division and put in the edit and also delete. I suppose delete is much more simpler to implement compared to why is there a TD here? I don't need a TD. Edit, delete. It's easier to implement compared to edit. So indicators still the same, it's a processing, and then we have a swap, which is the outer HTML. It will target the data row, which I think it will replace, or oh no, this is edit. So delete, I think, is going to be affecting, yes, it's going to be affecting the entire users. And it's hashtags delete. Yep, swap the outer HTML, that's true. Oh, there's a confirmation, hashtags confirm. So let's try this, hashtags confirm. Delete. Delete. Okay. So there's no need for ID to exist because I only have name. Okay. So now I have the delete already. I can just go to just go to main.go and implement the delete method that will filter the user. Oh, it's not company. I remember I wrote as a company. So it's going to be /user/ something. And here, honestly, I think get request means that this is getting a swap, like the form to swap in. Yeah, so that's the reason why it's using a get request. But I will do the delete first, where it will replace the entire thing, and the remaining stuff that I need to do here is just to implement a delete feature on /user/id. Is it written like this? Already forgotten. Let me just verify that I'm params name. Okay, let me just try if this works. Auto is also just like to me, it's just trying if I can get the correct parameters. So refresh it. Oh, unknown executing row can execute failed to render row at ID. Invalid field ID. Oh, this such thing as ID. Yep. So say delete. Oh, there's a confirmation dialog. Okay, then you will add in a new one. So it works, right? It works fine. Coming back to the main.go, now it's able to know what is my parameters. I will need to URI decode this thing. Else it will keep having the space where I'm not sure if I can find it. Query. Okay, so URL dot query unescape. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. Going to get a name here. Here is equal to the name. One variable, but it returns two value. Oh, it does return error. But I don't want to use the error. I just ignore it with a underscore. So I have the users now that also the same thing. I want to try if now it doesn't have this weird thing now, right? So it makes sense. Okay, I've got the data correct. Filter list. Array of structs. So I'm going to filter it by the name of, like, without that name, then oh. So it doesn't have any good way of doing the filtering. It's kind of strange. But it's fine. I can. Okay lah, I just copy this filter method and then I use it to do the filtering. Users equals to filter. I want to filter users by the condition of a boolean function condition. Which is okay, to write a function I need a func initial. Okay, and then I return a true or false. Isn't it this way? Does not match func literal infer type of func function boolean filter with the function with a condition infer type of a function. Okay. Func literal. Oh, I guess no, it's not. Golang return it's strange. Why couldn't I return? Oh, but there is. Okay. So I need to define the return parameter as well for the functions. If not, it will not work. Anything that is the same as the name that I define here, I want to delete it and then I return the new list I rendered in the HTML file, which I think it will work. Reload it, edit, delete, boom. Okay, it's gone now. SD. This long one, I want to delete it. Oh, so it's the opposite. Yeah, I feel that the name that's not the same as the name that I'm defining, which is okay. Right, delete ABC, then it becomes 2ABC only. Okay, so delete is now working as well. And finally, we're going to build the get for edit. So editing is a bit more difficult because it does need to interfere with this data row, and then I think the data row is inside the div here. Is it? If I look at the data, it appears similar to, yeah, it does wrap everything, so I assume that the ID is here, that I can put in data row dash dot name. So the data is with the name, and then when I have this edit, I do put in the name, and it's a get request. I edit the name, okay, replace entire thing. Indicator is whether it's a processing or not, and then the class is not needed. Okay, then now we are done with the editing. I need to implement the get request for /user/edit first, so that I can render the required item. So I go to the routes.go and find this company update. So it does have the, it's using a row edit .html file. It's /user/edit. Do I use the correct one? Yep, /user/edit /id. So to me the ID is name, and then I will render a row edit .html with a map of data, which is the list of it's not the list, it's the row. What is row? Row means get company by ID. Row means the entire user. So row edit, does it use anywhere? It's not used anywhere, then oh, okay, so I would say it probably is user. So find one Golang search struct. In the Golang slice, okay, I can just use a simple for loop. That's kind of weird. I wonder if a user declared not used. So I can look through the users. If we dot name equal to name, the name that I want is passed from here. So if it's equal to name, then I consider as found. User dot name equals to name. Actually, I don't really need to go into searching, but never mind, because I don't have a concept of ID. So essentially, editing means edit by everything with the same name. So I don't really need to have this for loop. But either way, it's okay. It's okay to do some practicing on range and all this like syntax from Golang, since I already forgotten most of it. So I have the user with a name. I don't even need a user, I just need a name only. Then I put in the name there. Yeah. So /edit/name. Yeah, essentially all these are not needed one. I think you can just straight away return the row edit, unless if my structure is more than just a simple user with name attribute only. But anyway, let's just continue with the item. So /edit/name. Now it's going to return a row edit.html that I can then refer back to the code of row edit.html. Coming back here, the important part I think is we have the input, and then we have a save and cancel button. So it's very similar to row add. No, yes, it's true, but it's on editing. So I'm going to see what is the difference. First thing is the include value is include edit equals to the name. So it's data row dot name. Okay, you will swap the row with the same ID to the edit like this, and then when it cancel will just return the initial set of list.html file where I have an edit. So I think the reason of adding in this thing as an attribute is that it can then allow the users to show the edit form for multiple rows, so that they are not duplicated, like don't have a duplicated ID. This is what I understand. So we can have the value equals to dot name, like the initial value, and then we can have what else? The save button. It's a pull request that put on the slash dot name, and the target is data row dot id. I need to specify the swap to outer HTML. I don't think I need, right? Like by default it should be outer HTML already. Then the input is including, yes, so this is why is it useful, because I can then swap in the ID and specify that this line is the line that I want to have. So the remaining, the final thing that I'm lack of is implementing the put request, the put API, so that I can update everything with the same name. So finally, coming back to here, it's a put request of slash user slash name. Assume that using a delay is easier because it does have the parameter. So row edit, so it's going to be a pull request, right? So slash user slash name going to be a pull request. Okay, got it. Close everything. Oh no, okay. Put slash name. Okay, I got the name already. I'll need to find the thing with the old name, which is kind of unexpected, but yes, it's using the old name, and then passing with the okay, it's passing in with the form data. So I need a new name also, like new name is equal to my form value, c.form value name. Okay, I have the original name from the parameters, I have the new name from the form, so that I can filter everything that is with the name. No, I can just loop the users for b in the range of users, we dot name if we dot name equal to name, then v dot name will become new name, and then I'll return the entire list of the user. No, not really, because I will swap what I will swap is the target will be this current one. So I assume that the one that gets rendered would be row.html, with only name as the data. That's the new name. Okay, assume this is it. So let's give it a try. Okay, ABC become ABCDD. Not really what I want though. Okay, let's try again. I feel like every time when I enter it, it will be not persistence because I put the logic inside the func, but I can't tell if this is true or not. Anyway, put it back. My question just now was that when I start editing something, I don't really see the value inside the name. So let's just try. This name is okay, and here it's using a post request with it's using a put request. True. See a put request /abc. So yes, when the name is equal to name, form value name, row edit. My form value is data add, data include edit, data include edit. Yeah, that's it. That's the problem. So we reload once and then edit something. Okay, nice. Okay, I can then do any kind of editing. Delete. Right? When I delete, it does not work, isn't it? ASA. Yeah, it doesn't. The reason it doesn't work is probably because why? Let me think about that. I'm returning a row that this row will replace the data row.name, and this data.name is going to be the one that's going to be deleted, right? So once I save it under this delete, it does show the correct data. It's just that the filtering is not right. Line users. Can I print the entire users though? Print line. Okay. Okay, it does work seamlessly now. Oh no. Yeah, it doesn't work. So my delete is working fine, and then my console log is we have the 123 yeah, probably it's because I didn't replace the users. Is it true? Let me just put this new user. These are all users, these are new users. Okay. All users are this, new user is 2ABC. does feel a bit weird. Edit. And then when I delete it, the old user is still ABC ABC and 123 123 even if I edit it. I wonder what is it for. Maybe because the editing is something wrong with the editing. If the name equals to name, users edited is users. Okay, so let's try again. Oh. Yes, it doesn't edit the users immediately. The initial list has a list of row.html where the row.html has a data row of name that definitely can edit, right? I don't see any point of why I can't press that button. Like, it can really, probably it's because of the space that causes this issue. Okay, anyway, SD, I can then edit it with SD, and from here, delete. Found ABC. User edited is still ABC, but it returns ABC 321. So even if it founds, I cannot directly replace the data by using this. I feel like it's going to be related to address or something. Unable to change struct data. I need to use a pointer. So mutable one is using what am I doing? No. No, this has a get request. Doesn't change anything. The problem one is the pull request here. So I assume that the user is mutable is equal to the address of v, where I can then say mutable dot name equals to new name. So refresh it, add something, edit it to 323232, add delete. No working. Then mutable dot name. Okay. I put in error here so I can understand what exactly is happening. 3232. Render the row with a mutable name is a wrong move. Users edited become mutable. ABC 32. I wonder what's the relationship of mutable and user edited. It's going to be mutable and user edited now has the same data, so I assume that it does change the data inside become 3 to 1, but then the user itself, does it change to a good one? Oh, the user, okay, even though if I change the user edited value, but it still will not change what is inside the array. Something that's immutable remain immutable. So what I want to do is maybe make this a pointer to the addresses, is it? And then here, let's put in the pointer. Then I assume that I don't need this already. Let's try. ABC become 3, ABC 3 to 1. And then from here, delete. Yep. Now it works. So when I'm creating an array, I need to use a pointer instead of a normal array that's immutable. It really causes a lot of trouble if I don't do so, but either way, HTML perspective, I've now known how to do a basic CRUD. Moving forward, I think would be continuing on studying how to do a proper styling. And the styling library that I'm very interested in will be the Tailwind CSS, where I can then use a similar tool like all the shorthands for styling the HTML content, so I can then make a more properly aligned and visually, visually pretty website. Guess that's all.